A night out at a local bar was supposed to be an escape, but when I met him, everything shifted. His presence, his gaze stirred something I hadn't felt in years. That night, I didn't just break free, I woke a part of myself I thought was gone. Want to know what happened when I let go? You'll be glued to every word. In New Orleans, Louisiana, my house was too quiet. John and I hadn't spoken in days, and when we did, it was a fight. He stopped looking at me like he used to know affection. No tenderness, just nothing. That night, after a particularly brutal argument, I grabbed my coat, shoved my phone in my purse, and walked out. I didn't care where I went, just away from him, away from the silence. The bar was close, so I stepped inside, hoping for distraction. Dim lights and low chatter didn't ease the knot in my chest, but the man beside me at the bar did. He caught my eye, instantly dark, intense, with a quiet confidence that made my pulse jump. "You look like you need a drink," he said, voice low, smooth, cutting through the noise. I laughed, more instinct than humor. "Can you tell?" His smile curved slow, knowing his eyes holding mine in a way that felt like he really saw me for the first time in months. "I'm Lucas," he said, leaning closer. And I felt it a pull like gravity. We barely talked about anything important, but it didn't matter. His presence drew me in, and for the first time in forever, I wasn't invisible. When he leaned closer, his hand brushing my arm, a shiver ran through me. "I could use some company tonight," he whispered. Eyes locked on mine, heavy with intent. I didn't hesitate. I think I'd like that I said the words, tasting dangerous-free. His apartment was clean, sleek, with a view of the city's glowing lights. It didn't matter. All I could think was how his hand felt gliding over my skin, how my body answered every touch. The door clicked shut, and he pulled me into his arms, his lips finding mine with a hunger that caught me off guard. His kiss was deep, slow, savoring, exploring a spark, igniting something long buried. I melted into him, feeling the heat of his body, the strength in his arms as they wrapped around me. His hands slid down my back, pulling me closer, pressing me against him. I felt his warmth, his muscles taut, a fire flaring inside me. His lips left mine, trailing down my throat, grazing my skin with soft bites, each one sending a jolt through me. I sighed, fingers fumbling for his shirt buttons, desperate to feel his skin under my hands. His hands found my waist, sliding up my sides with a possessive gentleness that stole my breath. He tugged my dress over my head, leaving me in my underthings, his eyes darkening with want. He paused, taking me in his gaze, hungry, raw. "You're incredible," he whispered, voice thick, low, dripping with need. His fingers traced my curves, gliding over my skin, making me tremble. I couldn't hold back. I wanted him everywhere. My hands reached for his belt, and before I knew it, we were bare, the air between us crackling with tension. His lips found mine again, deep, urgent, and I lost myself in the heat. His hands were everywhere, caressing, pulling me closer, fingers digging into the soft flesh of my thighs. I gasped as he touched higher, teasing the edge of my underthings before slipping beneath his touch like fire, sending waves of heat through me. "Is this what you want?" he asked, voice rough, teasing his thumb brushing sensitive skin. I gasped, body trembling under his touch. "Yes," I whispered, barely holding back the desire crashing through me. His lips returned to my neck, kissing, nipping, making my pulse race. His hands moved to my chest, teasing, stroking, urging me to arch into him, wanting more. I couldn't stop, didn't want to. My hands gripped his shoulders, pulling him closer, needing every inch of him. He answered, body pressing tighter, his heat overwhelming muscles hard against me. I wanted him closer as possible. He lifted me effortlessly, and I wrapped my legs around his waist, feeling his strength against me. My breath caught as he carried me to the bed, laying me down, no hesitation. I pulled him over me, skin on skin, the sensation overwhelming. He paused, eyes searching mine, asking permission. I nodded, breathless, wordless. He moved between my legs, pressing against me, and I gasped as he entered, slow, filling me completely. The feeling was electric, intoxicating, his rhythm deep, deliberate, like he was savoring every second. I couldn't hold back the sounds escaping my lips, pleasure building as his movements grew fiercer. My fingers dug into his back, urging him on, begging for more. "God, you're perfect," he groaned, voice hoarse, thick with want, his breath hot against my ear. Words failed me, caught in my throat as my body tightened around him. His hands gripped my hips, pulling me closer, meeting each thrust, driving me closer to the edge. His body fit mine, his heat, his strength, everything I needed. With one final deep thrust, the world shattered, pleasure crashing over me, overwhelming. I cried his name, body trembling, every inch of me exploding as I clung to him. He didn't stop, his body shaking above me, surrendering to his own release, arms tightening around me as the waves hit. We lay there gasping, tangled in each other, my skin still humming with his touch. He held me like he didn't want to let go, and I didn't want him to. I was sated, body alive with the memory of what just happened. Lying in his arms, the world outside forgotten, I realized something. Sometimes you have to step away from what's safe to find what you crave. That night, I found it in him. In the quiet, I felt alive, wanted, seen after years of chaos and silence. It wasn't just the physical, it was remembering who I was before everything became too familiar. For the first time in ages, I felt free to be me, to take what I wanted without hesitation. I realized then, sometimes breaking from the familiar is the only way to find what you need. Have you ever taken a chance when everything else was falling apart? Drop it in the comments. I read them all. Like, subscribe, hit the bell. More's coming. Thanks for being here.